California is a fucking zoo, nightmare, hellhole, war zone.
Yeah.
Never, ever seen anything like this.
What is already one of the worst wildfires in terms of destruction in California history. Dana?
Jonathan Hunt, please stay safe. Thank you so much. And as the Pacific Palisades wildfire becomes the most destructive in Los Angeles history, the city's mayor, she was out of the country while all of this was happening. Karen Bass is back in the United States now. She had gone to Africa to attend the inauguration of Ghana's president.
So he says this. Now the ultimate price is being paid. He says he will demand that this incompetent governor, and these are the words of President-elect Donald Trump, allow beautiful, clean, fresh water to flow into California. He is to blame for this, close quote.
Literally talking to the president right now to specifically answer the question of what we can do for you and your daughter.
Can I hear it? Can I hear your call? Because I don't believe it.
Meanwhile, California Governor Gavin Newsom and President Biden are currently in the state getting briefed on the fast-spreading fires with officials. The president pledging he's prepared to do anything and everything as long as it takes to contain the fires.
Citizens an apology for being absent while their homes were burning. Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Madam Mayor, have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today who are dealing with this disaster?
There's only one piece of good news. My son lives out here and his wife. They got a notification yesterday their home was probably burning to the ground. I don't want to compare difficulties, but we have a little sense, Jill and I, what it's like to lose a home. 15 years ago, I was in Washington doing Meet the Press. It was a sunny Sunday, and lightning struck at home on a little lake that's outside of our home, not a lake, a big pond, and hit a wire and came up underneath our home into the heating ducts, the air conditioning duct.
The Biden administration with resources, not just rhetoric, to help this collective cause. It's a different paradigm. It's a different framework.
Today, it appears that it may be still standing, we're not sure. But the good news is, I'm a great-grandfather as of today. I'm a granddaughter.
This one goes out to the one I've left behind.
Mr. President, thank you for being here, and not just being here today. Thank you for being here since the minute.
President, I'm wondering if you have a comment on this report and court filing out of Arkansas that your son Hunter just made you a grandfather again.
No, that's a private matter. I have no comment.
Mr. Vice President,
But only you would ask that.
guys, we gotta go. Thank you.
You're a good man. You're a good man.
Thank you guys. This is all the time we have.
Be prepared, food, water, medicine, a bag packed and ready. Again, this is an active situation.
I'm at Long Beach Pride today. This is Tip with Mayor Gavin Newsom.
It's very quiet here.
How does it feel to be the political grand marshal of Long Beach Pride?
I'm very honored. I'm very honored. So now, it's the key for me as a political grand marshal is not say anything that I regret.
If you need help, emergency information, resources, and shelter is available. All of this can be found at URL.
Hollywood's amazing. Hollywood's taking care of me. I'm homeless. This place is taking care of me. The people. Okay, no.
Anyway, there's also, which I think is particularly the most damaging story, which is that there was $17 million cut from the fire budget, and that's also inaccurate. So last year's budget had an extra $17 million because they bought one-off expenses, these SCBAs for respiratory protection for firefighters and new suits. Those aren't in the new budget because you buy them once every several years. Also, there's an additional $50 million that's been set aside for the fire department, and when they were doing the budget negotiations, it wasn't finished. So that money is coming. There will actually be more money in the fire budget next year.
Literally talking to the president right now to specifically answer the question of what we can do for you and your daughter.
Other state agencies, including now the federal government, no longer a sparring partner, but a working partner.
To make a long story short, I almost lost my wife, my 67 Corvette, and my cat.
This incident, there was a 10-acre fire less than 24 or so hours ago. Deep gratitude.
Federal government, where we're not addressing headwinds but tailwinds in terms of the support, a memorandum of understanding doubling our respective commitments to vegetation management and forest management and prescribed burns of support.
In terms of the water.
That letter.
What letter?
The fire chief was complaining about the money. Was that just a fraud?
Well, this is the budget. People have actually gone through the budget versus the article in the New Republic or even the LA Times. Apparently, all 114 tanks were full of water that supplies to the water infrastructure filled. So there were pressure issues.
I don't believe that.
That's what's different now is we are committed as a team, as a partnership with the legislature, and
all of this can be found at URL.
All can be found at URL. But, you know, if that doesn't work, just try calling phone number.
Can I hear it? Can I hear your call? Because I don't believe it.
Almost criminal. You can almost feel the anger.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted endangered fish, I'd say it's the Karen bass.
According to Newsom, they had already spent, or reports, they've already spent somewhere around $24 billion on homelessness.
Because you can't fight fire with platitudes, pronouns, and politics. You need practical solutions. And the people that offer practical solutions were ignored.
It's just full of rich people, stuck-up people, pretty much.
And so it's not only a noble and purposeful thing to contribute your time and volunteer, it's also a very selfish thing because you really do. It gives you a sense of purpose and self-esteem. No matter how badly you think your life is going, you meet someone who's suffering even more acutely. And if you can help that person, you in turn are helping yourself.
I understand you don't believe that, but I'm saying the LA Times is reporting these things.
Okay, then why'd they run out of water?
They're not reporting that issue.
They are reporting that.
What they're doing is they're publishing the quote from the woman who runs the LADWP. I do not believe her. I do not believe her because the reservoirs were empty, the fire hydrants were dry, the hoses were dry, and the tanker trucks were not there. It is all a lie. They're saying all this to cover their asses while everything burned, and now Joe Biden is talking about C-130s. Where the hell were they on Tuesday afternoon?
Everything is fake.
Yeah.
We're living in a fake country.
Yeah.
Run by satanic overlords who have no rules. They don't apply anything to themselves. Where did his money come from? Why was there no special counsel? I mean, this is the president's son. Can you give me a bigger conflict of interest? No.
No, I can't. I want the evidence about the satanic overlords. Where do you get that from?
I mean, the city of Washington is arranged in pentagrams.
Yes.
Have you seen the streets? Look at the streets of Washington. Tulsi, am I right?
He's not wrong about that.
No, he's not. Tell me more about this, because I find this intriguing. Do you have any newsletters?
Well, I tell you what. I should have one.
You should have a newsletter just about the Satan stuff.
All right, friends, you're not going to want to miss this one. So I've been seeing a lot about smart cities, and I decided to do a little digging myself. According to the World Economic Forum's website, 36 cities over 22 countries are participating in these smart cities, but many more is to come. So what is a smart city? Smart city stands for Surveillance Monitoring Analysis Reporting Technology. Basically, a digital ID will be given to every resident that will track in real time all of their daily movements, their activities, their spending habits, even their carbon footprint. They will be given 15-minute travel times to complete their daily activities. unless they have a permit. And if they exceed those 15 minutes, they can be denied access to their spending and their activities that they need to do for the day.
Governor. Water management, forest management, power line safety, brush clearing, vegetation clearing. You don't fight it with a climate agenda, a DEI agenda, or even a political agenda.
And we were insured. We did not have any problem. But being out of our home for a better part of a year was difficult. I can only imagine what it's like to lose your home.
So of course you're like, I'm not going to move to one of those cities, right? Well, here's the thing. Because of the laws governing the Agenda 2030 land development, the government can actually seize polluted lands and force the residents to move.
Why was there no water in the hydrants, Governor?
It was back in 1996. Brown first appointed Newsom to the Parking Commission in San Francisco.
Did he ever tell you that story?
No.
How he got the parking commission?
No. Brown appointed him after Newsom volunteered on his mayoral campaign by bar hopping to seek support.
All around the marina or all around the whole city?
Oh, no,
whole city.
Yeah.
Oh, no, whole city.
Yeah. Brown became mayor. Even then, as Newsom became parking commissioner, then city supervisor, it was Newsom's political future attracting attention.
So if the government deems the land and water around you polluted, they can force you to move from your homes to these cities. So all of these train derailments, food processing plant fires, and other ecological disasters that are happening, they're beginning to make a lot more sense now.
If you need help, emergency information, resources, and shelter is available. All of this can be found at URL.
I don't believe it.
The man who started Gavin Newsom's political career in parking says he is running for president.